I have to tell you, honestly, Kelvin Joseph is stacking his good days up. And it's good. It's real good news. Last week, he was number 9 as the breakout player in the entire second year class, which is saying a lot. I mean, that's epic in itself just to give him that, especially when you look at how many rookies um, it was last year, and you to be graded number 9 as a breakout player. And what does that say even to Anthony Brown with as good as he played last year to have that much optimism about Kelvin Joseph's and with somebody that's in front of him that played really good. So it's really good news. And Mike Fisher posted on Twitter about an hour ago, Kelvin Joseph, Cowboys cleared by Dallas police in fatal shooting. So obviously, that's fantastic news, especially when you look into the details of the article, because the article is fantastic. It goes into a lot of the details about what he's doing, not missing any days of practice, showing up, having Dak Prescott as a mentor. A lot of the things you want to see, because we talked about on this channel that hopefully it was a wake-up call. And some things are a wake-up call. And that can actually steer your life into the right direction. Like, I was watching Amari Cooper, who has his YouTube page as well, and he was literally talking about when he was young, what really turned his mind around was the fact that when he was in Coconut Grove, he was privileged to be in a impoverished area, but that was also by $1 million homes, which caused him to have a transition in his thinking that caused him to make better life choices. Who's to say that that's what we're not seeing right now with Kelvin Joseph? The possibility is quite there when you get this close of having your dreams taken from the actions of one of your counterparts, associates, or maybe even friend. So, and it looked like he could be scared straight. The fact that he had perfect attendance and he's doing all those things, and that's being reported by multiple sources that his attendance is excellent. There's a lot of people vouching for him right now. Now, one of the things that stand out, I'm gonna talk about this from a couple of different standpoints. It said Joseph, who was involved in the shooting, has been cleared by Dallas County officials, being truthful and forthcoming during the investigation. So that's the main things that's causing him to be cleared altogether, is the fact that obviously his story corroborated what the other guys actually who turned themselves in said as well. So trust me, DPD don't care that he's a Dallas Cowboy. They would lock him up in a heartbeat if it was that homie sticking up for homie stuff. Trust me. I'm from Dallas. I know how police operate. Listen, they looking to get you if you do something wrong. One of the angles I want to look this from is from the NFL, because obviously him being cleared by Dallas Police Department does not clear him from the NFL. But let's just kind of look at the tea leaves and let's try to decipher what could happen, because I'm looking on Twitter and I see a lot of people have given up on justice coming from Goodell. Well, this is the thing. The CBA and the new CBA has changed to where Goodell is no longer judge, jury, and executioner. That's no longer the fact. They have a ex-judge that's now over the actual judgments that come to matters like this. So we have not even witnessed the president. It hasn't happened. We don't really know the new pattern of the new CBA until it starts coming down on our players. That's what we want to see. So everywhere we need to be slow to judgment. Everywhere we got to be slow to what could happen. This is the good news though. See, when Goodell was judge, jury, and executioner, he was in the interest of the NFL from a marketing standpoint, because nobody can deny his marketing genius and his marketing prowess. He's good at it. So when you thinking about marketing and you thinking about public relations and how the shield itself is stained based on the actions of players, then sometimes you can get a heavy hand because you worried about image more than justice. Well, with this new CBA, he can now use them as cover. That's the key part. He can use them as cover, and he can still focus on marketing but at the same time, he can still turn around and say, you know what? Hey, that's why we assigned him. That had nothing to do with me. I'm over here. We made that independent. That's the new CBA. We all agreed about this. So at the end of the day, we will have to revisit this in about 9 more years, which sounds like something Goodell will want to do, where he wants to focus on just the public relations and the marketing. But what was really hurting his legacy was his judgment when it came to player punishments. So he's out of that now. So the fact that he's out of that is exciting. So let's all slow down. It does not automatically mean because he's a Dallas Cowboy that he's going to get the heavy hand of Goodell. It doesn't mean that. We got to all wait this out. This could literally mean nothing. The other angle I want to talk about this from is also us overjudging Kelvin Joseph in this matter. This is the facts of it. We are privileged to be in a country to where you have to be proven guilty and assumed innocent until you're proven guilty. That is something that's a backbone of America that we also should try to exercise in our judgments, because you will see people say he put himself in that situation. Well, let's be honest. The Texas laws are a little bit different to where you can carry in Texas a pistol and you don't need a license to do that. So you can't even control your friends anymore. That is the law in Texas. Some people don't know that, but if you in Texas, you can go get you a pistol and you can walk around these streets. That's what you can do. Yeah. So let's kind of slow down. Let's slow down because you got to know Texas, baby. You got to know what goes on here, our laws, how we're different, and how that could also factor in to leniency from the NFL. Because a lot of people now, if the law says something different about open carry, then yes, the NFL could fine him because you should have known better. Your friends had weapons. No, in Texas, hey baby, we can have weapons here. That's what we do. Okay, this is a Texas thing. This is what we do. We carry pistols. So, like, look at this from the whole picture, and it'll give you a little bit more hope, and where this could potentially be no kind of judgment from the NFL, because it's not in Goodell's hands anymore. Even though obviously he would have influence on the decision, but it's out of his hands, and the laws itself favor him, even though his friends were from Louisiana. But I want to give obviously the measured Kool-Aid report on what's going on with Joseph, and obviously my take on it, because obviously that's what we try to do at Boss Cowboy Sports, is measure the Kool-Aid. We want to be factual. That's what I mean by measure Kool-Aid, and give the perspective and the entire perspective. But this is Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. We're going to continue to try to give you this type of content. Make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe to this channel.